Hello friends, welcome to Unacademy, which is the largest online education platform for GATE, Computer Science and IT. Here, myself Malishmi Devasane, I am going to take the class on GATE questions, which is mainly focusing on the recent GATE questions like 2020 and 2019 and 2018. Let's see how many questions we can solve today. And this is not the we are going to run on almost 4 years previous year GATE questions, and also we will know the pattern how they are going to ask. And basically most of the C programming questions which will be based on numerical type questions. So as I saw that previous 5 years, the most of the numerical questions have been asked from C programming. So you should be very good at finding the output or finding the number of function calls or finding the value of particular variable at the end of the program. So these are the questions which will be asked in the exam. So let's see how do we compute for the given questions. And some of the questions really takes even more than 5 minutes. So you should be careful. And if you are good at understanding the recursion and loops, and the programming questions can be done very easily. Okay, let's today I will start by introducing myself. And I've secured all year rank 119 and 210 in my BTech with self preparation. Then I have completed MTech from IIT Bombay. Then now I have almost 12 years of teaching experience in GATE. And please use the referral code DEVALIVE. If you are going to take this subscription on Unacademy, use the referral code DEVALIVE. And DEVAChan is also my referral code. You can use any of them too. Yeah, if you are going to visit Unacademy, you must visit Unacademy website. The reason is every educator takes two kinds of classes, free and paid. And free classes are going to be really benefited, and if you wanted to learn systematically, you want to crack the exam, then you can come for the paid courses. And here let's see the more than 350 hours of more than 350 classes, nearly 400 hours of free content already available on Unacademy. So you can visit Unacademy for learning, like you can learn the questions or you can practice the questions from the quizzes, and regular classes for various subjects like TOCC, program, compiler and algorithms, and revision on each subject, and some kind of all-in-one series practice questions. You can find like guidance classes separately. You have daily practice problems and free test series, and so many are there on Unacademy. So please visit Unacademy and learn all the things that you require. Right? Even PYQs also we conduct separate sessions. And this is my profile link www.unacademy.com/DevaGateCSE. In case if you are interested for subscription, these are the courses that I have already taken on Unacademy. Plus, there's the next level course and practice course on theory of computation, and ultimate course and complete course on C programming, and complete course on compiler design, and doubt clearing course on important subjects. And soon I'm going to start the fast track course on TOC. So these are the benefits if you are coming for Unacademy. And apart from this, you can attend freely. Once you can take the subscription using DEVALIVE referral code, you are eligible to sit for all the courses from all the educators on Unacademy. So there is no restriction how many courses you want to attend once you take the subscription. So these are the my courses that I have taken so far. But what are the advantages coming to the Unacademy, that is Plus and Iconic? There are two kinds of plans, where I'm talking about first the plans which you have for Plus and Iconic. The benefits, the structured courses, each subject has so many benefits, guys. This many benefits I think nobody will provide in any of the online platforms, that you have too many things to do for a single subject. And then you will have a separate doubt clearing courses and rank improvement batches, long term, short term, and test series. So many benefits for the subscribed people. And if you are going for Iconic, which is a most beneficial for cracking the exam, and you will have a dedicated coach and live interaction with educators, and separate study material, booster sessions, and separate study plan, and personalized test analysis, and many benefits are going to be added, right? Yeah. If you look at the subscription plans, like Plus subscription, if you are choosing suppose 1 and 1.5 year, 2 years, and remember that you must enter the code to see the price total. There's 27,225, 34,650, 39,600 for 1.5 year, 2 years. And if you are coming for Iconic, these plans have a very popular like 1 year and 2 years, and where you will see after applying the code DEVALIVE 45,225 for 1 year and 66,600 for 2 years. So this is about Unacademy and what we take Unacademy out of the benefits. You have Unacademy. Apart from that, you have so many free classes too. This is Telegram channel. You can subscribe Unacademy GATE CS. Yeah, guys. So let's begin. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Mishra and Agmesha, Pratiksha. Good evening. Yeah, Banshika. Good evening. Let's look at how we are going to practice these questions. Yeah, we have even answer is also there because everybody knows the answer, which are previous year GATE questions. Now don't worry about the answer. Worry about the approach. How to get solution for that. How to get answer for that. And this is the 2020 question. Look at that. It's a numerical type question where you have the question based on arrays and pointers concept. So you have provided with an array but asked about the expression. So how to understand that expression? So let's focus on understanding that expression, guys. You have star and one parenthesis, star and a plus star star a plus 2. Then plus 3 closed. Yeah. So here it is a two-dimensional array. So two-dimensional array, you require two dereference operator to reach the data that you are handling. And now let's start from here. Star star a plus 2. And who is the star star a? That is the 1. Everybody knows that, right? Star star a. This 1 is referred as star star a. It just called as a of 0. And plus 2, 1 plus 2, it's going to be 3. 1 plus 2 is going to be. And guys, here there are two things. Addition, right? First, which one you will do? Even that is also very important. You can do this first, then plus 2 later. Everybody, so that is you can do that way because addition follows left right associative, right? You can do that. So now I'm trying to do a is actually referring the address of the sorry, first row. A refers, a means address of a of 0. It is address of the first row by default. So you have address of a of 0 plus a plus the star star a 1 plus 2. Anyhow, you have to increment three times. It indirectly says that address of a of 0 plus 3 indirectly. So you are going to increment 3 times a row. So row address is going to increment. When you increment first time, that is a plus 1, it goes to here, and a plus 2, it goes to this one, and a plus 3, that is the third row address, guys. A plus 3 also called as address of a of 0 plus 3, and this is a of that's the address of a of 3. You can say that. Yeah, everybody. So you are going to increment the row by row, guys. Everybody, is it row by row or element by element? Even sometimes I do the mistakes, guys. So be careful what I'm speaking all the time, right? Address of the row we are incrementing. So it's going to increment the row wise. This is equal to, now it's pointing to 16. It's a pointing to 16, guys. Everybody, it's a pointing to 16. This is just a plus 3. Now star of a plus 3. What we have calculated, star of a plus 3. It means a of 3 indirectly. What is a of 3? It is also address, but it's the name of that row. It also gives the address of 16 plus 3 when you do it. It goes to, this is 0 and plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. Guys, this is a plus 3. That is nothing but address of a of 3 of 3. That is the meaning. Guys. That is the meaning. After applying the star, we are talking about after applying the star. Then I'm applying to the plus 3 also. Now you need to apply this star over this. You want star over this. What do you get? Star of ampersand a of 3 of 3. Star ampersand you get cancelled. Then a of 3 is going to be, that's 19. The data is 19 exactly. It's 19, but so people we should understand Are you dealing with address or element? Are you dealing with address or element? I told you many times, the A and first address of A and address of A of I and address of A of ij in 2D all refers different. This is array address. So when you increment address of A, it will increment array, old array size, and this will be a row address, and this is element address. So all of them you should deal carefully to understand. Okay, let's move on to the next question. And consider the following C function. And have you seen the time taken to this question, guys? This is what we have. If you are dereferencing, you should be very careful. This is a numerical type question. You don't know which is the correct answer unless you do it correctly. Okay, next one is also numerical type question. Now it's about fun2. So I'm just assuming F2. F2 is the fun2. F2 of 5. Okay. Fun2 is F2 and fun1 is F1. And we have static variables for both of them. So you must handle them both carefully. And guys, I for F2 is different and I for fun1 is different. You must clarify first which I you are going to discuss all the time. So I kept in data region fun2 I is different, fun1 I is different. So you must look at which I you are going to update every time. So initially I is 0 in fun2 and here also. So I'm going to delete them first because you will confuse every time by looking at this. I'm deleting them. Okay, now start executing first. You have 5 greater than 0 is true. So it's going to execute I is equal to I plus and fun1, that is F1 of 5. Locally you must maintain the value of n. So here we have n value is locally 5. Do not forget that because we are passing right now. And F1 of the I value, the n value is passed, that is a 5. And once you come back, we will go for later F2 of 4. Later, not now. So and after that returning, we will go for return I. And this is our aim. But first we are executing F1 of 5. F1 of 5. Okay, I'm executing F1 of 5. Okay, let me keep something like that we are calling it. And now we have to move to the fun1 and their n value is different, which is 5 now, and n memory is different, 5 greater than 0, and we are going to increment as 5 greater than 0 plus I. Which I you have to increment? That is a fun1 I. Remember that the 0 will become 1, which is executed, and we are going to call the first time, that is F1 of 4. And there is another statement once you return from that function, that if condition is executed, then if statement is executed, then you are going to return I. So do not forget that. And F1 of 4. And what is F1 of 4? N value is 4. I value is incremented, and it's going to call F1 of 3. And when you come back, do not forget to return I. And what is F1 of 3? That is n value is 3, and again 3 greater than 0 is a true, so I value is incremented. And once you understand, you can go very quickly, guys. F1 of 2, and do not forget return I we are returning, remember that. So what fun2 does, F1 of 2 is going to, now I am not writing, just you can assume that n is a 2, I value will definitely increment. So n value I am talking about 2 greater than 0, that's what I am going for, and this will definitely call F1 of 1, and you must return I. And quick that you are going for F1 of I, that is 1, F1 of n, sorry, n is 1 greater than 0, so definitely it's I going to be incremented to 5. And do quickly when you understand it. Just for clarity, I am just calling it n minus 1. After that you must return I, and now 0 I am going for 0. f1 of 0. Guys, here n value is 0, so fails, directly returns now. Is it incrementation happens? No, because 0 greater than 0 fails, return I. What is I value now? Look at it. The I of fun1. Yeah, good evening Sima, good evening Mukherjee. I of fun1 is going to be, now look at only I of fun1, that is a 5. So it's going to return 5 to the previous function here. Yes or no? Everybody? Because you are calling, but fun1 is catching nothing, and this is also returns 5, and this returns here, but it is not catching it. It's okay if not catches, but this I also 5, and this returns to fun of 2, fun1 of 2, but not storing anywhere, but still I is a 5, and that returns to here somewhere, but that's not catching it. And this I is the 5, again it returns somewhere, and this I is the 5, and this returns here. Okay, 5 is returned, and we got here 5. Everyone, so what is I value of this f2 right now? 0 plus 5 is 5. I value is become here a new value 5. Everybody, now that's the first time 5 is updated. Now f2 of 4. Now when you look at this whole story, can you understand what is going to happen for f2 of 4? f2 of 4, when you call, it increments I. It increments I, but which I? f1 of I. So f2 of 4 is exactly similar to this one. You can assume that this, yeah, I have to delete everything to understand again, guys. So I'm deleting this just to have a clarity what's going to happen now. Now this f2 of 4 is going to call again. This whole story similarly repeats. And 4 first it is going to call I plus f1 of 4. So far what you have done, after that you must do f2 of, that is become a 3, and then you must return I. So what is going to happen for f1 of 4? It's going to call f1 of 4. Here n value is 4, and the 4 greater than 0, and I increments to 6, and somehow, guys, I'm just calling it, I understood something here. So I go to f1 of 3, here n is 3, 3 greater than 0, so 6 becomes 7, and this calls f1 of 2, and n is 2, and 2 greater than 0, 7 become 8, and this f1 calls again f1 of 1, n is still 1, so we increment to 9, and then this is here going to call f1 of 0, then condition fails, return I, that 9 value comes here. Now I plus 9, guys, that I was already 5 plus 9 is become 14. This I is the 5 now, remember that, 14. Everybody, if you keep on doing this, then now next I will explain as long as you want it. Now this is going to be, so all this story, after this story the 9 came somehow. Right, now f2 of 3 we are going to call next. Do not forget what we are doing, f2 of 3. So I'm just calling f2 of 3. f2 of 3. What is f2 of 3? It's execute the fun2 again. The 3 greater than 0. Yes, I is equal to I plus f1 of 3. And then after coming back, do not forget f2 of 2. Then do not forget to return I. And return value we want, so that return is very important. What is the value of I in fun2 at the end? So f2 of 3, if you guess, alright, this is going to call first f1 of 3, no doubt. So that 3 is going to allow 9 become 10, and then f1 of 2, then 2 says that as 2 greater than 0, it increments again. Then f1 of 1 greater than 0, so 11 become 12, and this calls f1 of 0. It says start returning the I value. The what is I value of the fun1 is a 12. It comes 12, but I value of this fun2 is a 14 already. 14 plus 12 is a 26. And now f2 of 2, again same story repeats. Yeah, look at that, how much time it takes to understand this kind of code. And if you don't realize very quickly, guys, better to leave such questions in the exam. I believe some people cannot do this question because of lot of recursive calls. Even for me, it looks very difficult to explain each and every function call. I don't know how do you execute in the exam. So this is the warning for those people who are very slow and who are not good at recursion. Better you can ignore this question because whole GATE exam can affect. Okay, now F2 of 2. F2 of 2 is again I is equal to I plus F1 of 2 and then F2 of 1, and then you must return I. Then you must guess now this 2 calls somehow is 1. Assume that first 2 itself it increments 13, then 1 increments is the 14, and then this calls F1 of 0 is going to return, the I value is going to return, that I is the 14 now, but the I of F2 is already changed to 26. 26 plus 14 is going to be the 40 right now. So that 40 is updated here. 40 is updated here. Now the F2 of 1, guys, this F2 of 1 is again creates a whole story, and F2 of 1, because of 1 the 14 become 15, and when it calls F2 of 0 it returns just 15. Now this is the 15, and guys, okay, let me write that code because in the last minute I am doing very quickly, so I may do the mistake. And this F2 of 1, first write I is equal to I plus F, what is that? F1 of space is also not good. Let me write again clearly. F2 of 1, n is 1, I is equal to I plus F1 of 1, and second statement, do not forget F2 of 0, and then return I. So these are the statements we should. And F1 of 1, actually I was calling, look at that, even I did for all of them are correctly. In the last minute I am doing the mistake because I am calling F2 recursively. Yeah, F1 of 1 it made 15, then F1 of 0 will return that I value, here it is 15. I was doing it wrong place, that is 15. 15 plus the previous I value is 40. 40 plus 15, 40 plus 15, 55. Now everybody what it does, this return 55, and you do here, but that doesn't catch, and return I means 55, and this is going to return to the 2 here, and here return again 55. This returns here, but that doesn't catch. Here it is 55, and this 55 returns here, but that doesn't catch, and this is the 55 it returns. So this is what the time wasting in the GATE exam, guys. Yeah, most of the people, if they are worried about the answer, and if you do wrong calculation somewhere, definitely this is going to be the mistake in the exam, and you will never regret, because of you might already wasted 10 to 15 minutes, and if you want to go back again, you will take 10 minutes. So when you do such questions, especially recursion and loops, everything keep on writing on the paper, so that any calculation mistake immediately you can cross check. Now look at, I have entire information on the on slide. I can look at, if even I do calculate some wrong calculations, then I can cross check. So this is what I say about 2020 question. This is another 2020 question. All the 2020 questions, look at that, how did they made it. Yeah, the next one, this is a loop. One is the loop, one is the recursion, other is array and pointer. So there are 3 types of questions in 2020. So you can see that. And this is also numerical type, guys. All the 3 questions are numerical type. Okay, negative marking is not there, so that's why you are safe side. Right. Now, PP of 3, 4. PP of 3, 4. And you know, A is the 3, B is the 4 here. And when you call this, there is array with 20 elements. You can look at that, ARR with 20 elements. So I'm just writing here, okay, there is ARR with 20 size, 20 element size. Okay, I'll keep as long as I need whatever. And int I is some local variable, and total is the 1, and EX we don't know yet, and length we don't know it. But when we execute this, EX is equal to A means we know now it is a 3. And so far we have executed all, we have understood all the statements. Now this statement takes time to understand. length is equal to whatever you are going to get, that depends on the another function TOB of b comma array. So when you call this function first time, len is equal to TOB of b comma array, what happens here? That is a TOB of b is a 4 and array, you are giving the address of this array to that pointer, which is in formal parameter. So now you must execute the TOB statement, the TOB. So TOB, another function call where you have a 4 comma ARR, address of the first element of ARR. And this one, how do you execute? That takes time again. Now I'm storing here, b is the 4. This is another function called, and ARR is actually pointing, here there is ARR, here there is ARR is actually pointing to this one. Okay, now int I is also local here, and now first we start with 0, I is equal to 0, so I'm keeping 0 here, and b greater than 0, yes, 4 greater than 0 first time, so we'll enter. Now 4 mod 2 is 0, right? 4 mod 2 is 0. When it is false, then you will execute this one, that is array of 0. We are going to the actual parameter of the PP function, that is index is 0, and I'm making this index, guys, we don't know how many index we use here, that is ARR of 0, ARR of 0, that is ARR of 0 is equal to 0, so I'm just storing 0, guys. Yes, after this, at any cost, this will be executed. B is equal to b by 2, b by 2, that means 4 by 2 is a 2. Remember that it's not a mod, it's a division now. Now again we are going to execute this one, I plus plus 0 become 1. Now b is now 2 mod 2 is 0 again, then array of 1 is going to be 0, so 0 in actual parameter, and b is equal to b by 2 by 2 is going to be 1. 2 by 2 is 1, guys, 2 by 2 is 1. Then we go back again to I plus plus, 1 become 2, and now 1 we are doing it 1 greater than 0, right? Previously 2 greater than 0, now 1 greater than 0, so 1 mod 2 is a 1. So this time ARR of 2 is become 1, so it become 1. Then and b is equal to b by 2, but that 1 by 2 is 0. Look at how I am calculating each and every position, I am catching it. Remember, I increment, so 3 I will do, and then b right now 0 greater than 0 fails, so you are coming from the out of the condition to the out of the loop. So b greater than 0 failed. Now return I. What is I value? That is a 3. So be careful. Are you returning b? Are you returning I? Are you returning something else? So you are returning I value, that is a 3. So that length is going to catch that 3 now. Everybody. So we got, when we call and when we get back, we got a 3. Yes, now we are going to execute one by one. We have a loop now. This loop is important for you. You should execute very patiently this one. And guys, I is equal to 0 is a loop now. What happens? I is equal to 0. I less than that len is a 3 now. 0 less than 3. Yes. And it is going to do if ARR 0 is equal to 1, not 1, right? So this is going to fail now. So EX is equal to EX into EX. EX already you have a 3. Now 3 into 3 become 9. So here EX is equal to 3 into 3 happened. Next I is equal to 1. I incrementing immediately, guys. 0 become 1. And when this time 0 again, so this time 1 less than 3. And this time ARR of 1 is again 0, so fails. Then again EX is equal to 3 into 3, sorry, not 3, 9 into 3, it is 27, guys. Next, I is equal to 2, what happens? Then 2 less than 3 is true. Then now this time ARR of 2 is equal to 1 is the true, guys. That means total is equal to total multiplied with EX. Total already we have a 1 multiplied with 27 is, what is it, guys? 27. And now you have to look at EX is equal to EX, that 27 I think I have done small mistake. Anybody realize that? Okay. Anybody realize that? Okay, all right. Let's see if any mistake we will cross check immediately. So is equal 1, that yeah, keep doing, guys. Keep doing that. Calculation is total is equal total, that is 1 into 27 is 27, and now we have total 27, but EX definitely executes that 27 into 3, 81. So 81. Now next time when we are executing the I is equal to 3, that 3 less than 3 is going to fail. So now this time we are going to execute directly return total, that is 27. So the mistake that what I have done, we have to identify, guys. So even look at that, even I have done very carefully, but actual answer was 81. Really, I don't know, I was copied from somewhere, but look at this, you have calculated as 27, right? If we have done the mistake somewhere, any increment, you need to repeat everything. But if I have my data on the paper, we can cross check very quickly. Yes. So what was that? Yes, maybe I have done intentional mistake, you don't know that. So somebody identified that. Trina, Alex, very good. Look at that, what was the mistake I did is a calculation mistake at this point. Actually it was, the statement is EX into EX, but in my mind I kept EX into 3, so it's actually 9 into 9. So here everybody, 9 into 9, what is it? 81. So that was the one mistake. You can go back and you can cross check, you can do it very quickly. That may take 2 minutes, but you will calculate that is 81. Everybody, after getting 981, then the total you will get 1 into 81. So this is actually 81, and X is 81 into 81 is going to be calculated, and whatever the result you store in that EX. The next one is 81 into 81 is stored in EX, but we are going to return is 81. Is that clear? If you have a clarity on paper, you can cross check and you can identify the mistake, you can go back to the value. This is what I was talking about when you are dealing with loops and recursion, and you must have the clear representation of every variable so that mistakes can be corrected immediately within 1 or 2 minutes, because already you spent 5 minutes, and this 5 minutes it should not waste. So wasting 1 or 2 minutes more will gain you marks, right? Instead of ignoring this question, within 1 or 2 minutes you can answer this question correctly. Yes, 81 is right, but we have identified this place we have done mistake. But if you don't write that line, you really do not know where you have done the mistake. Okay, so this is the one advantage of writing everything on the paper. Let's move on to the next one. GATE 2020. So most of the people who have not secured well because of the C programming, maybe because they have wasted their time on calculations, and there could be mistakes, and that you will only understand after the exam. Now sometimes easy questions are also there, guys. Now, which one of the following values will be displayed on the execution of the program? Okay. Now you have a static variable. So I'm just talking about static variable first. I have a num which is 7, and I'm deleting that immediately because I don't want to use that statement ever again. Before execution I have initialized, and now let's start from the main. Okay, first you are executing first R, guys, R. So when you execute R, num minus, that's the first time is a 7, but when you are giving 7 here, the automatically that becomes 6, because minus means after executing this statement you are going to decrement. So it understands 7 I have to return, and it does 16 and it returns 7 only, and then it calls again same function. After this it returns 7, again you are calling OR, then what it should return next time, 6 minus, that is num minus, so it returns 6, next time. 6 is the true, so definitely we will enter. We will enter, guys. Now look at R again. When you are calling this function again, then next time 5 minus minus, I am writing here 7, then over 6 over, now it returns 5. It returns 5. It's going to print first, now 5. First output came, guys. First output. Immediately, guys, previously I forgot to tell that 5 has happened. Now when you return 5, 4 will happen. 4 will happen because 5 is displayed, but 4 will happen. And when you are going to execute this line, R again, when you go for R again, then this time 4 will return. 4 will return here, 4 will return, but it happens 3 to the variable. And next time, when you call R, this gets 3 now. 3, but automatically makes 2. And 3 is true, so it goes again. And R calls again. This time, previously 5 happened, this time 2. 2 means automatically happens 1. Next time it prints 2. And this R, especially I am talking about this R. This R, it's going to get next time, doesn't matter what it gets. Previously 4 happened, now it returns 1. So it gets 1 now, automatically makes 0. So now the function that gets 0, but actual value num gets to -1. So now this 0 is a false. So you come out of the for loop. So what is the output printed is a 52. Yeah. So this is what the output of this function calls, guys. And if you are watching this video, please like this session. You know that the difficulty of the programming, and somebody want to explain this kind of programming, really they need patience. And for you also, if anybody explaining the programming to you, and be careful and follow them. Don't think yourself when somebody explains in front of you, because these programs are basically we cannot understand by reading. You need to interpret them properly. Those people who can't follow others, basically you can't understand these programs. So you must have interpretation skills and follow others and understand from them and interpret yourself. Okay, did I print correctly? 52, yes. Now consider the following C program. This is also 2019 question. Now we start executing any static variable? No. Look at, guys, static variable. We have seen pointer, arrays we have seen, and recursion loops. 4 kinds of programs so far. And X, so main will start executing. The X is local and Y is also local. And first Y is equal, let's say jumble. A jumble is, you can call J of Y comma X. Y is 5. So better to pass the values rather than variable now. Y is a 5, X is a 2. And here we are going to call jumble of 5 comma 2. 5 is going to store in X and Y is going to store the 2. And you are going to calculate X is equal to 2 into X plus Y. That is, a 5 become 5 into 2, 5 into 2 is a 10 plus 2 is a 12. 12 is going to be stored and you are returning X, X means 12. So you are going to get 12, so Y will have a 12 now. Everybody? And now X. And X is, now program is not yet over. X we are executing. Jumble, that is Y, 12 comma 2. Now we are going to execute again the same kind of program. That is jumble of a 12 comma 2. Look at, if you don't have the space on the paper, better take the new paper to solve this question. Okay, now X is a 12 and Y is a 2 and X is equal to, that is a 2 into 12 plus 2, that is equal to 26. So it's going to return 26, guys. It's going to return 26. So X will have 26 and you should be careful. They are printing only X. So it will print 26. If they print Y, it will be 12. So answer is 26. Yeah. Clear this point? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Please keep liking the session and answering before my explanation. That's a good strategy. And in case if you don't understand, just rewind the video. You will definitely understand what I am speaking, what you are following. You will definitely sync what you needed, guys. First time, those people who do not have the proper interpretation, they must rewind this video 1 or twice. Okay, now next. Now this time, do you have any static variable? No, that's good. And now start executing the program. Now A is having how many elements? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have these elements and size followed accordingly that. Fine. Now I is also there, variable, we don't know value yet. Sum is also there, we have 0, and B is a pointer. Do not forget that it is going to hold right now A plus 4. That means address of AR4. So indirectly AR4 means it's going to be like this. Yeah. So now we'll start executing. I is equal 0. So we have a 0 here. Garbage is replaced with 0 and 0 less than 5. That is true. So we will enter here. Now you have to understand this line. So I'm going to explain here how to understand the sum plus. Okay, anyhow, sum is there. Just I will explain after that. What is this star B minus I minus star B minus I? Right, first time when I is equal 0 I'm talking about. And understand guys, star B, you know, star B means it is going to be one dimension, right? One dimension is a 10. 10 minus 0 star of B, actually address of that, remember that B minus 0 is also B. So you are also getting this as the B. B minus 0 is the B only. Right now don't write B is the address basically. So address we don't know, you can assume something but you can use it. But I don't want to use that also. 10 into that star, 10 minus is there, right? Minus, sorry. Let me write this one again guys. Minus is there. This is the star B minus star B, that is going to be 10 minus 10, which is going to be 0. So sum is equal sum plus 0. Sum is equal sum plus 0. So it's still 0 only. Okay. So that's after I is equal 0. After I is equal 0. Okay. Let's go to the next iteration. After that, I value is incremented to 1. Slowly. Now I is equal 1. What happens to that statement? That is very important. Star B minus 1 minus star B minus 1. And guys, star B minus 1. B minus 1 means the 8 address guys. 8 address. So star of that address will give you 8. Minus star B means 10. 10 minus 1 is means 9. 9 minus 8 means 1. Sum already has a 0. 0 plus 1. That sum plus 1 means 0 plus 1 is going to be stored in sum. That is 1. Everybody? Yeah. This takes some time because B minus 1 means it's A plus 3 indirectly. Okay. Now after this, let's repeat I is equal to. Every time I'm explaining. So understand at least one iteration, you will get everything. I is equal to. I is equal to next time. Now again understand this statement. Sum is equal sum plus whole story, that is star B minus 2 minus star B minus 2. And B to wahi par guys, A plus 4 par hai. Star B means 10 minus 2. Don't update inside the array. We are not doing any increment guys. And star B minus 2. And that's 4 location, index 4, 2 will go to this 2. The 6 is going to come, minus 2 means. So star of that address of the 6 means 6. So 8 minus 6, it is going to be 2. So 2 is going to be added to the sum. That is, sum already has a 1. 1 plus 2 is a 3. 1 plus 2 is a 3 guys. Now keep on doing very quickly once you understood the logic. Right? So now we got 3 at sum. Now next time, the I value is going to be 3. Now you can understand, execute now directly. That sum is the 3 plus and star B, that is a 10 minus the I value is the 3. So 10 minus 3 minus star of B minus, better to write the 3. B minus 3 means A plus 4 minus 3 means it is A plus 1. That will become 4 guys. So you will get a 4 here and you will have a 7 here. 7 minus 4 is a 3. 3 plus 3, 6. So 6 is going to happen. Look at how carefully you should understand whole statement. But focus on your code. Do not forget your code. The next I is equal to, sorry, I updated in sum. That's what I mistake sometimes guys. This 3 is different. 6, this 3 become 4. That sum is become, what was that? 6. Everyone? Yeah. So don't do the mistakes. Fine. Where am I? I is equal next time 4, 4 less than 5, then again whole story sum is equal 6 plus, that is sum star b, that is a 10 minus 4 minus star b minus 4, b minus 4 means 2, so this will be 2, this will be 6, 6 minus 2 is a 4, 4 plus 6 is a 10, 4 plus 6 is a 10, so then 4 become, again I'm going there, sorry, 10, then I is 5, then 5 less than 5 fails, then come here and sum is going to print 10. So there is a chance instead of updating the sum, I was updating I. So there are also common mistakes of the programmers, guys. Alright, we are not the system to execute every variable properly, so sometimes our mind goes here and there, so be careful. Next, yeah, this is looks like easy program which is dealing with array and pointer concept again. Now star IP, so now we have, let's say ARR is an array and we have stored elements. Okay, not required all these things to write, remember. IP is a pointer but which has ARR plus 4. ARR plus 4 means address of that element, fifth element. So this is, now it's trying to print something different. It's trying to print IP of 1. Guys, IP of 1 is actually same as star of IP plus 1. It means star of IP is already having ARR plus 4. So indirectly you are saying star of ARR plus 5. That's going to be ARR 5. That value is the 6. So the output is going to be 6, guys. Okay, so do not confuse that. Basically index begins, this is a 0 index, this is a -1, -2 for P. This is a 1, this is a 2. Directly you can answer it. IP of 1 is going to be is a 6. Directly you can answer it. Directly you can answer it. Okay. And now we have program the number of times variable sum will be printed. How many times that sum will be printed when the above program is executed. So now all are float values, so have a clarity what you are maintaining again. So I'm going to start executing, and first float variables, they are already known to the system because activation record it's a fixed 0.0 and j will have 1.0 and I as a 2.0, and first I by j greater than 0.0625 and I by j, I is 2.0 here again, which is I, which is j. So have a clarity, this is I and this is j. Okay, this I by j is same as 2.0 by 1.0. 2 by 1 is the 1, right? So which is going to be 1.0 greater than 0.625. This is the true. True means we are going to do something. J is equal j plus j means j is equal 1 plus 1 will become 2.0. And sum is equal, that sum has a 0. Sum is equal sum plus I by j. I by j. Now I by j is different. Just before I by j is different. So don't use that. Here this is 2.0 by 2.0. That is a 1. So sum is 0. 0 plus 1 is a 1. So it's going to store 1.0. Here what happened is 0 plus 2.0 by 2.0. Remember that. Okay. Next, sum you are printing. So first time is printed once. First printed, right? Second will print or not, we will check. And we go to again loop. I get the I by j. Sorry, I by j. I by j means that is right now I is 2.0 and j is 2.0. Everyone, so this is 1. Previously look at what was my calculation. 2 by 1 was a 2, right? So look at that previous calculation. How did I do? I had this problem from long time. 2.0 by 1.0. Everybody knows in the world it is 2.0. But how did I say it is a 1? That is assumptions, illogical reasons that nobody can explain why are you doing that way, right? So you should be very careful. This is 2.0. Now we got This is 1.0. This is definitely greater than 0.0625. And this is also true. So now again we do this procedure j plus j, that is 2.0 plus 2.0 is a 4.0, and sum is already having 1.0 plus, right now I is a 2.0 and j is a 4.0, 2 by 4, you know 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5, so 1 plus 0.5, that's a 1.5. So 1.5 is going to be stored in sum, guys. 1.0 plus 0.5. So I will call it 2 by 4 is a 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is a 0.5. So you will get total 1.5. Now some value is second time printed. That first time is what was 1.0, now 1.5. That's okay. First, second printed. Then we will go to again check I by j, but this time I is 2.0, j is a 4.0. Some people easily can understand what is happening. That j is trying to decrement, trying to add twice, that is j plus j every time. It's 2 by 4. This is going to be now 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a 0.5. Right? You can look at that. Here 2.0 happened, now 1.0 happened, now 0.5. So 0.5 is definitely greater than 0.0625, no doubt. So again true. Again same procedure will happen. Guys, already 2 times printed, so do not forget this. Okay, keep doing. J plus j. J plus j is a 4.0 plus 4.0, 8.0 now. Sum plus I by j. I by j. Sum is 1.5 plus I by j. I is a 2.0 by 8.0. 2 by 8 is a 1 by 4. 1 by 4, guys. Right? 0.25. Everybody? Yeah. Clear that? 0.25. Yeah, 0.25 plus 1.5. It is 1.75. Yes, 1.75. Now sum is printed third time. Then now I by j. Now you can just focus on I by j rather than anything else. So I by j next time. I is 2.0 by 8.0, that is 1 by 4. Just now we told that 1 by 4 is a 0.25, is greater than 0.0625. This time also increments, right? J plus j again, that 8 plus 8, 16. 8 plus 8, 16. And now just calculate very quickly if you are good at calculations. That sum was already 1.75, and plus even sum you can ignore, guys. Sum ka statement you can, those people who understood this statement, you can delete blindly. Because sum is not going to decide your answer, remember. So you can delete that line because program depends on print. And the sum is not going to be your condition, I by j only. So those people who understood, okay, I by j I have to do all the time, j update and check with I, j update, check with I. That's the shortcut for this program, guys. That's the shortcut for this program. Everybody? Yeah, that's the shortcut. Now, this is fourth time is the true. Fourth time is going to print. Something is printed. I don't worry about that. Now, 2 point, next time 2.0 by 16.0. Then what is the 2 by 16? Is a 1 by 8. 1 by 8 is equal to 0.1. Come on, guys. 0.1. 0.125. Come on, guys. 1 by 8. What is a 1 by 8? Quick. 0.1, and you have left with 2, then again 0, 2, yeah, 0.125. You can understand easily. How do you understand that 25? You just make it off, right? 0.25. So that's a 0.125. That's exactly the relation you can easily understand. Those people even who understood the program, guys, how do they calculate? Look at that. Here every time what is happening? 1 iska off, 0.5 iska off, 0.25 iska off, 0.125. Yeah, be true onge. 125 is also true. Next time you look at that 16 become 32.0, and this time 2.0 by 32.0, then 125 by 2. So directly you can go for 125 by 2. This is a shortcut right now. So that's going to be 625, and you are trying to say 0.625 greater than 0.625 is going to be fail, and this time it's going to stop. How many times we made it through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 times is going to be printed this sum, and 6th time it failed, so 5 times. Yeah, exactly. So you can understand, you don't need to do 1 by 4, 1 by 8, all these things, guys. It's a waste of time now. So many people remembers them. That's going to be easy for you. If you remember 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16, 1 by 13, 32, that's going to be very easy for you. And but here also you can do that, you just do by 2 by 2 by 2 of the previous value. That is also easy technique. Yeah. Now that is about GATE 2017, guys. And now we are entering to the GATE 2018. Yeah, if you are watching this video, yes, thank you so much, and please like these sessions, guys. I'm going to bring you C programming TOC compiler for every year solving questions, but only when you support, then I'll bring you such sessions and on every Saturday and Sunday. So if you support me, and if you like the sessions, and if you give more views, definitely I'm going to solve many things that for you guys. Okay, next, GATE 2018. And really, you know that it's, if you don't understand this program, really in the exam you can't solve this question, right? It's going to be very, very, very difficult. If you wanted to execute all the statements in the program, are really, really difficult. Okay, let's go on. The number of times that the print statement is executed by the call. So आप एक दो बार चला लेना लूप को, एक दो बार रिकर्शन चला लेना और समझ लेना इसको क्या होने वाला है. So I'm just starting from first call. Count slowly 1024 comma 1024, and इस प्रोग्राम, इस फंक्शन कॉल के अंदर x का वैल्यू 1024, y का वैल्यू 1024. And when you are executing, guys, if look at that, it has this condition. Here two blocks. This is right here. Wait. This is if. इसका else यहाँ पर है. Have a clarity what you are doing. And ये तो if का block है, guys. That means you are going to enter as long as y not equal 1. Y not equal 1. Remember that? ये y तो 1024 से start हो रहा है. Y 1 तक check करेंगे हम. When y is equal to 1, we will not enter. So y not equal 1, we will enter. So 1024 we will enter. But what happens for at y is equal to 1024? When this is 1024, we enter in. Now अभी काम start हो गया, guys. x का वैल्यू पहले तो y चेक किया, अब x का बाकी है. x not equal to 1. x क्या है? 1024. And x not equal 1. ये सही तो है. तो print star. इनको चाहिए print statement how many times it is executed. And ये तो first time execute किया. And now first time. And count दोबारा call कर रहा है, guys. We are executing the count of x by 2. x by 2. 1024 by 2. That is a 512. And y का value same ही है, guys. And again y का वैल्यू ट्रू होंगे हमेशा. अब तो y नॉट इक्वल 1 ही है, y का अपडेट ही नहीं हो रहा है. y नॉट इक्वल 1 तो सही है, x नॉट इक्वल 1 भी सही है. ये कब तक चलता रहेगा, ये याद रखना है आपको. ये कब तक जाएगा. x का वैल्यू 1 आना चाहिए. 1 कब आएगा? तो 512. ये काउंट है, ये फंक्शन 256 बनेगा. ये सेम रहेगा, गाइस. एंड फिर ये काउंट कॉल करेगा 128. 128 से 1024 सेम रहेगा. ये कब तक है? 128 will become by 2 again. By 2 is going to be 64. 64 become 32. 32 become 16. 16 become 8. 8 become 4. 4 become 2. 2 become 1. जब 1 होगा इस बार the x का वैल्यू 1 equal to 1 fails, then if part fails, then यहाँ पर else part होगा, guys. यहाँ पर else part में y को डिक्रीमेंट करेगा हम. Is it clear? वह फेल होके इसमें आएगा y का वैल्यू डिक्रीमेंट होगा। तो पहली बार 1024 1023 बन रहा है, 1023 गाइस, 1023, बट x का वैल्यू कितने बार डिक्रीमेंट हुआ, डिक्रीमेंट कितने बार हुआ गाइस, कम ऑन, how many times we call this function, how many times we call this function, how many times we call this function, कितने बार कॉल किया गाइस, you have to count them clearly. If you miss that count, it's going to be the wrong answer for you. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 times, and the 10th call we don't recursive, we go for other recursion, else recursion. So 9 times the 9 times this recursion happens, 9 times, 9 times के बाद एक कॉल आया आपको, a count of 1024, 1023, ये दोबारा बिल्कुल जैसे एग्जीक्यूट होगा गाइस, बिल्कुल जो अभी एग्जीक्यूट किया वैसे एग्जैक्टली एग्जीक्यूट करना पड़ेगा। 1024 1023, इसमें क्या करेगा, ये 9 टाइम्स प्रिंट होगा, 9 टाइम्स 10 टाइम्स, ये भी सही से चेक करना ही पड़ेगा हमको। अगर 10 टाइम है आंसर गलत है। सो एवरीबॉडी गाइस, 10 टाइम है आंसर गलत है, तो ये भी प्रिंट करेंगे ना, ये पहले प्रिंट इसका भी होंगे ना गाइस, yes, so 10 times not 9 times, yes 10 times, somebody identified very quickly, that's correct. So calculation, because पूरा लिखना नहीं लिख रहा है ना, 10 times exactly, तो ये कैलकुलेशन सही करना ही पड़ेगा हमको। everybody, yeah, 10 times it prints, no doubt. So 10 times it prints, 10 times when y is equal 1024 and y is equal 1024, 10 times, and y is equal 1023, again 10 times, ये कब तक, y is equal to 2 तक, because 1 will fail 10 times guys, because x का वैल्यू हमेशा वो रिफ्रेश होता रहेगा, राइट, 1024 you are passing it, automatically it updates. Now 10 कितने बार प्रिंट किया, y का वैल्यू कब तक जाएगा, ये how many times the y value, 1024 to 2, it means y value is going to update the 1024 to 1023, 1023 to till 2, and when it is become 1 we will fail the condition, we never call anything else. So not almost 1023 times we execute the count by changing the y value, and each time the 10 times it prints, so it is going to be 10230. Yeah, so this is the problem we have, and this kind of questions you can't execute completely if you don't understand the recursion completely. You can't predict the next iterations guys. So these are the two problems, and this kind of questions are also happening in the exam. If we don't handle them properly, then definitely it's going to be the answer. I might be doing 9 into 1023, the answer was different, it's a numerical type, you don't have an option to, right, you don't have options to identify. So you must be careful in calculations, and in my strategy always I was little bit delayed in the calculations, like when I do the multiplication, division, because I do less practicing here. So whoever having the same problem like me, and please have a calculations very quickly, and so that you will save a lot of time in the exam. Yeah. Next one. Now we have any static variable here? No, right? So directly we start executing. And look at this, str1 is a pointer, it points to high, and str2 is a pointer which points to boy. Okay, null character. Now we are passing this str1, str2 means address only, right? We are passing them. So whom? Fun1. So fun1 is going to be a function. We are going to execute that. Here we have s1 is there, and S2. We have two variables here. You can see that they are also pointers, but what they are going to handle, S1 is going to handle str1 exactly the H. You can see that it's going to point to H, and then this is going to point to B because it's address of the first character of the string. Now start executing this, guys. What is this? Temp is local, exactly like fun1, and temp के अंदर S1 का address आएगा. So that is whatever it S1, whatever it holds. Yeah, that is exactly, I can give some numbers to follow it. I'm just following. Let's say this is 100. Let's say this is 200. Then inside 100 रहेगा, 200 रहेगा. So temp के अंदर 100 आएगा भी, and S1 के अंदर S2 मतलब 100 200 बनेगा. तो ये पॉइंटर इस तरफ पॉइंट कर रहा है अभी, एंड आफ्टर दैट S2 के अंदर टेम्प आएगा, टेम्प के अंदर 100. सो ये पॉइंटर इसके लिए पॉइंट कर रहा है. पर अब कुछ नहीं हुआ. There's nothing happened in the strings, guys. str1 str2 same, but S1 S2 they have changed their addresses, but they didn't update the content of actual parameters. So no impact, no changes on actual parameters, because we have not updated. If you do star S1 is equal to star S2, of course you can't do that also because they are constants, and there could have been some updates. Okay, next one. You are going to print str1 str2. So what will it print? It will print same. What is that? No change yet. So hi bye. So it's going to print same. So delete option C, option D. Now next one. This time you are trying to deal with the addresses, guys. You are trying to deal with addresses. Let's see how we are going to update now. Yeah, I'm just updating everything so that we can deal again all these things. Yeah, forget about this side. Now what happens to this fun2? Fun2, we are passing the address of str1, guys. Address means, let's say this is a 1000, this is a 2000. Inside you have 100, inside you have 200. Now what the fun2 is doing here is having what is that? S1 is a double pointer, right? S1 is a double pointer, is going to hold 1000, guys. It's a pointing to this one. It's a pointing to this one. Now what is going to do? Let's see. S2 is going to have address of str2, that is a 2000, and 2000 means we are actually pointing to this one, right? 2000. Now what is the code is temp is there, so we are going to have a temp here. Temp initially is having a star S1 means star 1000. Star 1000 means what? 100. Remember, star 1000. Next S1, star S1 we are going to store star S2 means S1 star 1000 location, that's going to be this one. That we are going to store star S2, that is 100 become 200 now, and star S2 we are going to store the temp, so that's going to be 100. And when you come back, actually 100 means it's this one, 200 means this one. They have changed their locations. You can do that. You are not changing the content of the string, but you can pass this address to anybody. So when you come back, str1 actually pointing to buy, and this str2 pointing to high, because you have changed the str1 and str2, guys. str1 str2 you can change. Here 100 was there, here 200 is there. 100 you can make 200, 200 you can make 100, but star of 100 nobody can update to some other character, because that is a constant. Pointers are not constant, but string was a constant. That is the reason option A. Yeah, fun2 is a call by address, exactly. Yes. Yeah, guys, if anybody joined late, please like this session, guys. Please like this session. Yeah, and let me look at how many programs are there. 1 2. Okay, 2 programs we'll do first. Now this is the global. So whenever you have a global, have the first target Globals are always dangerous. Static variables are always dangerous. The reason is we may forget them, right? So anybody using the counter, they can see the updated values only. Remember, this is not local to anyone. So now start executing from the main, because main has no static and calc has no static. So I'm starting executing from main. The main function I'm calling, it calls the CALC of 4,81. And what is 4,81? You just look at A is a 4 and B is a 81. That's a local. C, we don't know anything yet. We have started executing, guys. Counter plus 0 become 1. Look at that, where we are updating. We have done B is equal to 3. Yeah, B is what, 81, right? 81 equal to 3 fails. So we will execute else. So we are going to execute for else. C is equal to CALC. A is a 4 and B by 3. 81 by 3 is a 27. And once we come back, do not forget you are going to return C into C into C. Now our job is left with cal C, this one. And in the main, do you have anything left? Definitely, that is in future will come here. We will print something counter. That you should not forget. Now I am going to call this one cals of 4,27, and that has A locally 4 and B has 27. And execute again, guys. C we don't know at, and B is equal to 3, not at. So again we execute same statements. C is equal to cal C of A is 4, 27 by 3 is 9. And when you come back, do not forget return C into C into C. And go back to this function call and execute. But have you incremented the count? Look at that. I used to forget that. You must execute this one again and again. One happened too, right? So in the previous one, do not forget that. So every statement you have to focus on. Next 4, 9. And this time C, A is a 4 and B is the 9. C is we don't know. Immediately counter increment, so 2 become 3 and B still not equal to 3. So else part will execute. Then C is equal to cal C of A is a 4 and 9 by 3 is a 3. Everyone? Yes. Now after this, once you come back, return C into C into C. Now we have a very big job, that is a cal C. So we are going to execute that. 4, 3. Here A is a 4 and B is a 3. C we don't know yet. And guys, now look at the right now counter increments. So 3 become 4. And now return B is equal to 3 is true. So return A into A into A. That is A value is what now? 4. 4 into 4 into 4. What is that? 64. 64. And it comes 64 here. C will store 64 and return 64 into 64 into 64. Some value will be stored here. 64 into 64 into 64. And this one is a 64 power 6. 3 times we are multiplying, right? Yeah, that will be stored here. And it doesn't matter because at the end, counter is just 4. Because he is asking about counter, not about C. And this is a 64. We are returning it. Power 6, and here you multiply 3 times and it's going to be 18, but we are not printing it, guys. We are not printing it. This is the key idea is the return value is useless. The return value of cal C is not going to be stored anywhere, not going to be stored, so we can ignore that. So no need to calculate that 64 power 2, whatever, power 3, power 6, power, yes, 9, something. Yeah. What was this? 18, right? 64 power 18, 666, yes, 18. 64 power 18. So even if they ask about C at the end return value, that 64 power 18, we can do that. But calculate, I was just estimating it. Fine, it's a 4. Now next one, loops again. You should be very careful when you are dealing with the loops, as I said. And what did they ask? the value returned when we call fun with 2 power 40. Okay guys, 2 power 40 is a very big, and they are using unsigned long because the 2 power 40 should be within the range of long int, and they use unsigned because we are not going to use a signed anyhow. Now I has what is that? N has 2 power 40. It fits because of the long is going to have more than 40 bits, no doubt. Now let's start executing. We are started this fun, and I, j, you have to track them. J is 0 and sum is 0, and let's look at what happens to the loop. This loop is individual and this loop is individual. Two loops are there, one after the first loop. What it does, it starts from I is equal to n. What is I is equal to? That is 2 power 40. And j, every time j increments. Now j increments, then 0 become 1. And next I value is equal to I by 2. That is 2 power 20. Then j increments. Then 1 become 2. And when I fails, when you do till 2, no problem at all. Here also j increments. But when I is equal to 1, that j will not increment because 1 greater than 1 fails. So now you have to find the 2 power 40, 2 power 20, and keep on doing it. How many times j increments? Here? That is the first important point. You want to say 2 power 40 is arrows. You look at it, 20 arrows. It's a when 2 and 1, and this arrows 1, 2. What is that? Everybody, that how many times the j is incremented? It's everybody. Come on, quick. We don't want answer, guys. If you want immediately, some people not good at calculations, you can see that powers, how they are going to, even I'm doing wrong sometimes because of I am not good at, as I said, 2 power 40 divided by 2 is a 2 power 39. Look at that, what I'm doing 40 by 2. So this is the one more mistake I'm doing. So after 40 is not a 20, it's a 39. So it's a 39, guys. So it's going to happen 2 power 1. So 40 you want to reach at 2 power 1. How many times we want to increment? The j will increment 40 times. Yes. Nishu not done it. Yeah, I'm repeating. So guys, so look at the calculations again, because sometimes it happens we do wrong calculations, as I said. Now again, I is equal to power 40. Here j increments, so 0 become 1. Next time I is equal to power 39 because I is equal to I by 2. I by 2 means 2 power 40 by 2, which is equal to power 39. And at 2 power 39 j increment, and I value is the 2 power 38, and keep on doing that. I is equal to 1, it fails. So you have to execute till I is equal to the j increments. So I is equal to 40 to 2, that means j is going to increment till 40. Everyone, so j is going to be 40 after this iteration. It's going to make j is 40. J is 40. Now we are going to do using this loop for 39 times. Is it true? 39, guys? Is it true? Guys, this is a 2 power 1, guys, not a 2 power 2. When 40 is there, j incremented, 39 is there, j incremented, and 40, 39 till, what is that? 1 you have to get now. There is a 2, there is a 1, and there is a 0. 1 means 2 power 0, guys. And the 42 to power 1 tak, kitna hoga, guys? 40 times, yeah, 40 times. That's what, we are always weak at calculating something. If you are worried about that, I can help you. 2 power 40, incremented or not? 2 power 39, incremented, and so on. 2 square, incremented, 2 power 1, incremented, and when 2 power 0 fails, Now you tell me how many times incremented, right? 40, 40, 39. Look at that, 40 times incremented. That's a 2 power 0 here. That 2 power 0 means 1. You are underestimating the value of the power. This one is different. This one is different here. Come on, come on, come on. क्या 1 देखने वाले हैं हम? पहले मैं गलत किया, अब गलत कर रहा है. 39 है, 40 है. Come on, come on. How many times I have to explain? Again I am saying it. 2 power 40 incremented, 2 power 30 incremented, 2 power 39, 2 power 38 incremented, and come from 2 power 4 incremented, 2 power 3 incremented, 2 power 2 incremented, 2 power 1 incremented, 2 power 0 fails because this is equal to 1. How many times incremented? 1 to 40 here. 2 power powers, dekh lena. Okay, that is the one mistake we do, because if it is a numerical type, definitely you could have done the mistake too. Even I could have done, because of wrong calculations. J is the 40, remember. When I is the 1, J is the 40. Now J value 40 greater than 1. True. And sum is incremented. Now sum ki baki hai, guys. Now I am deleting everything because I want to focus on now J. J value. Now J I am focusing, guys. J is equal to 40. What is happening? Sum incrementing. But at the same time, that J is equal to J by 2. 40 by 2 is the 20. So J become now 20 and sum is incremented. Now you can understand J is 20. Again sum increments, but J become 10 and sum become 2. And J is equal to 10. Again increments. How long? How long? Till greater than 1. Guys, now आप check कर लेना. 10 become 5 and 5 become, okay, I need a space too. So now I'll explain directly. 40 20 बनेगा, 20 10 बनेगा, 10 by 2 5, 5 by 2, 5 by 2 2 and 2 by 2 1. यहाँ fail होगा. Fails at J is 1. So 10 5 बनेगा, 5 2 बनेगा, 2 1 बनेगा. यहाँ fails. So 40 we incremented once, 20, 10, 5, 2, 5 times we increment, 3, 4, 5. So that is the reason you got a P, that is a 5. Yeah. So this is another trick. That's basically log 40 base 2. That's 2 power 5. Some people can understand it's a log 40. So if you want to make a shortcut here, that log 40 times, it's going to increment the sum. So log 40 base 2 is a 5 times. So some value will become 5 because sum started with 0. Yeah. So by practicing only we can understand such loops. First time you are facing such loops, we are going to fail to increment very quickly. Yeah. And guys, I hope that 20, 19, 18 we have practiced. In future, I'm going to bring these sessions to 17. Also we have many questions. Yeah. So after in coming session, I'll be bringing you 17 onwards, 17, 16, 15. So next Sunday, maybe probably next Saturday or Sunday, we are going to practice other gate questions too. But slowly, one by one. Right? But we are not going to lose any question here. We are not going to miss. Whether it takes time or whether we do mistake or not, we are going to calculate. But is actually, it's like I'm going to solve like a student what mistakes we are going to do, how to correct them. And every time I do the mistake, you are pointing out, that is a good strategy. Okay, good. And guys, as I said, the plus and iconic subscriptions, yeah, plus and iconic subscriptions are very popular on Unacademy. And not only this, free classes are offered by Unacademy, and the intention of free classes is to help the people who wanted to learn from us, and plus iconic who wanted to crack the exam in less time. And that is very beneficial. So if you are not able to pay the money, you can come to us, you can learn from all the classes randomly, that works, but it's all up to you. But plus iconic for those people who can pay and we can learn in short time and systematically, that helps. And you can contact me anytime. These are the various benefits that I've told you already, that each subject has many courses. That is the beauty of the Unacademy. And each subject, each course has many educators, and that's like it's a many to many mapping, guys. So that is the reason we are having more than 1 year or 1 year plans and 1.5 year plans, 2 year plans. You are always having much scope to expand your knowledge because of the many things are happening for every subject, right? So please follow me on Unacademy. This is the unacademy.com/DEVALIVE CSE. It's my profile link. And please share all YouTube channels from Unacademy with your friends. And if any of your friend is studying in electrical, electronics, mechanical, civil, and we are already created the channels, we are teaching from long time, and please share with them so that they can also prepare like you. And thank you so much, and do not forget to like this session, and also if subscribe if you have not done it, and share with your friends. And see you guys next class. Tomorrow we'll meet again, guys. See you guys. See you. Yeah, Nishu, I will do maybe in some day, maybe next Sunday or next Saturday, I will do remaining 50 questions, Nishu. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.